right, guys, we're back. It's Dave and Mike for the end of the year wrap up.
Yes.
And this year we have Mike in my office for a little mental health counseling after last year.
Dave is a doctor of psychiatry for the real estate and finance industries.
That's right. I'm a psychiatrist for the real estate agents. So
Yeah.
tell me about what's going on with you.
Well,
How'd it go last year?
2022, rates went up quite a bit, doubled in fact. However, rates have fallen slightly in the past month or so. So bringing interest rates down to mid fives for what we call an A paper borrower, 20% down, FICO's over 720 on a purchase money loan. So the reality is that rates in the fives, mid fives, are probably the average over the last 40 years. So we're kind of right back where we started from.
So we went from craziness to like nothing in a flash.
Right.
So I know a lot of people were affected by that, but I think buyers got a little skittish and people were waiting to see, what's going to happen. And this is not the same as 2008.
Not even close. 2008 had more to do with loan products that were far too easy to get. Investors selling loans to banks that really didn't know what they were buying and trying to insure them with credit default swaps. So when you try to insure loans and they all go bad at the same time, your insurance is worthless. So there you go. That killed the financial markets back in 2008.
And I think there was, people have a long memory for things. So people were waiting.
Right.
They've been waiting on the sidelines for 6 months. And that event that everyone thought was going to happen ain't going to happen.
Not going to happen. Not going to happen like that, that's for sure.
The reality of right now is we've got about 17,000 listings in MLS. Last time I checked a day ago.
Yeah.
And if you're a buyer and you're going to buy right now, this is probably the calm before the storm that's going to happen again. They're predicting that. National Association of Realtors is predicting that. Rates are coming down, and people are, the whole thing hasn't blown up. So if you're a buyer and you can buy now, this is probably going to be one of the last opportunities. And I predict this window to be open for about 3 months.
I would say so too.
And then, but if you can buy right now, we can negotiate a lot.
Yeah.
Rate buy downs, closing costs.
Yeah.
Plus, you can get a really great price on a property because it's going to start again.
Sure. Prices have gone down 10 to 20% across the board in Phoenix, Scottsdale, the greater Phoenix area, let's just say, and probably nationally. Interestingly enough, the National Association of Realtors, their chief economist, took a look at everything, and he thinks that housing prices will go up this year, and that stems from the fact that there's more listings on the market right now, but there were 38% more in October a year ago. So it's kind of interesting that you would think nationally everything could go up, but you've got builders that aren't building, or they're very careful about starting new subdivisions, and sellers who just haven't put their houses on the market. So there's still a shortage of housing.
Which leads to my point. If it's on the market right now, they have to sell.
Absolutely. They're not testing the market.
No, I showed a house a couple days ago. It was a what do you call them? Someone dies. The kid, and it was inherited property. They're in Canada. Do you think they really want to wait this out? No, they want to sell it.
Sell it and be done.
So you can get I love vacant houses.
Yeah.
So you can find a vacant house. That's my favorite. Anyway, but the point is, don't wait. The rental market is not getting any better.
No,
so
really.
Lock your hedge against inflation in right now.
Absolutely.
And get your house, lock your rate down. You can always refinance it. Although I'm not telling my clients buy now and then refi. I don't know the future.
Right. Well, my crystal ball's broken today.
No, so I know that anything under 6% is still a good interest rate.
Absolutely.
So, is that it?
I think you're right. I mean, if I was wanting to buy a house, this would be the time I'd be looking. I wouldn't wait around to see what happens because, you know, the Federal Reserve has had huge rate hikes to slow the economy down and really to slow the economy down, really to slow inflation, right? Well, once that happens and interest rates, 30-year fixed rates tick downward, that's going to start another firestorm of house
Well,
buying.
student
because
loans
people
are going to
can
start
afford it.
again. Inflation's probably going to come down
Yeah,
because that excess money is going to be gobbled up. So that's based on what I'm reading and seeing, and just from what I know from economics class.
yeah,
So anyway, Dr. Dave and Mortgage Mike here.
yeah.
Do you feel better now?
I'm feeling so much better.
That's great. So we're going into 2023 clear. If you need a mortgage, get pre-qualified,
It's me,
call Mike at
602-762-4830.
website,
myquickloanapp.com.
myquickloanapp.com, Dave Mason, Urban Lux Real Estate, MaricopaGroupRE.com. And thank you.
We're out.
Out.